Okay, so two of the biggest anti-vax videos being forwarded around the internet these days were created by these two guys, Dr. Paul Kangas and Dr. Sean Brooks.
My name's Dr. Sean Brooks, PhD, Oxford.
So Sean Brooks is a PhD from Oxford? What he doesn't tell you is that the Oxford means that he lives in Oxford, Ohio. And his PhD is in education from an online college, meaning he's never worked in a hospital or research facility. Now on to the other guy.
My name is Dr. Paul Kangas.
Paul Kangas likes to call himself doctor too, but if you look on his Twitter profile, you'll see that he graduated from something called Clayton Medical College in 2010. And if you look up this college, you'll see that it was a non-accredited, distance learning natural health college based in Alabama. You'd also read that Dr. Kangas graduated just in time because the college ceased operations in July 2010. But what's funny is that in both of these videos, these two don't offer up any of their own data or thoughts on the COVID vaccines, but rather they read from an identical script of so-called facts that supposedly come from Dr. Robert Malone.
Let me introduce you to Dr. Robert Malone, who created the mRNA, the messenger RNA vaccine.
Dr. Robert Malone, who created the messenger RNA vaccine.
But is Dr. Malone really the inventor of mRNA technology? Well, not according to this article. He's more like a guy who wrote a couple of papers over 30 years ago on the possibilities of this technology. Meanwhile, countless others have actually developed it over the last quarter century. But the weirdest twist is when both of these doctors attribute this opinion to Robert Malone.
He said, no one should take the jab ever, for any reason, under any circumstances whatsoever.
Has said no one should ever take these jabs ever, under any circumstance whatsoever.
So no one should take the vaccine ever, according to him, under any circumstances? Well, you might want to mention that to Robert Malone himself, because he says this.
I took Moderna twice.
That's right. After Malone caught COVID in February 2020, he developed long hauler symptoms and hoped that the vaccine would alleviate them. Unfortunately, that's not what the vaccine was designed for. In addition, just last week, Robert Malone also said this.
The WHO has made clear statements that there is not enough vaccine to go worldwide, and the vaccine supply should be dosed to focus on the high-risk individuals, which is precisely what Peter Navarro and myself are advocating in our Washington Times editorial and what Sweden has been doing.
That's right. Even today, Malone is arguing that the vaccine should be reserved for the most vulnerable members around the world. Not that no one should take it ever. So in what QAnon chat room are these guys getting their information?